Fellow citizens, I bring greetings to you all and to our international friends on today, the 14th of May, 2019. Now, this issue, of course, many issues lately, now we Republic, which of course don't claim the attention of both the domestic and international audience, that as a responsible social commentator, we feel bound by duty for comment on issues them where they go on at the country presently. Before I make any further pronouncement or talking to this issue about this issue, I want, quote some part of a sacred document with our constitution. We're nothing or the above and we now in we guarantee the protector of our rights. So in this particular case, I think now section 2 of the constitution, we talk about the sovereignty of the republic. It belongs to the people of the country. And from the people, now the government, they derive in authority under the constitution. All in power, government, all in power, the authority, any legitimacy, it comes from the people. What in this mean, that the people therefore enjoy the right and they should so be respected. That if you derive your power and authority from the people, so the people does matter. So the welfare of the people will have to be looked after. Government in responsibility under the institutions of states such as the army, the police, for first of all, protect in citizen them and accord them everything due under the constitution. And this brings me to recent issues where supposedly are in good faith, but questionably so, as at the timing and the process. I always say I support the government in pronouncement them, the things them way they want to do, but there is something called intention. Okay, waiting at the intent beyond the pronouncement then way you make. And reasonably judgments can be made. Recently, government announced they want organize a conference called Bintumani 3. Bintumani 3 obviously come from a tradition of peace, where we don't get one, we go like over something like almost 2 decades ago, where we get 2. These were all under military governments, but things to note during this period are: 1, a military junta overthrow a one-party system under the All People's Congress. And because of some issues we've been to go on from within, due to the war we fought, we've been require peace and reconciliation. So they organized this one, and at the time, plenty things been to go on. I think it fall under the remit of PBEC, we have been acronym for peace before election or election before peace, something around that nature day. Anyway, then they been get for come and pass. Obviously, Bintumani 2 coming. When I've been continuation under Bintumani 1, you been get the original man. We've been in a power way overthrow the one-party state, APC state, where now Captain Valentine Strasser. But by the time 2 they come, this now be under, pardon me, this now be under the current leadership now where we get as a civilian government, democratically elected government. But then he was then a retired, he was then a brigadier under the Armed Forces of Salon, where been the rule way overthrow up in Comping, now a palace coup. So now him being responsible for Bintumani 2. But the theme where we need for take note of is it being all day under the auspices of peace. Hence, Bintumani 3 itself, they under the auspices of peace. But peace as at this time, where we know say the road not right, or where is the road map, you just create boku confusion around Bintumani 3. We know say for build a peace accord, things has to be done, most likely in the background, because there's so much going on. For example, parliamentarians are in court. Their very legitimacy inside the House of the People is being questioned, and they're not going to take a line down. So that's not been resolved as at yet. And boku other things them the economy of the country they in shambles where the government they struggle for cope with for rein in excesses so that we were able to realize a formidable economy where we people and we supposed for benefit from under. Then they under question. First lady self they make some pronouncement them I think they veer off target, and the first lady for goodness sake should look for a good PR machine. He really need for look for a good PR machine where go they sort of calibrating in messages them where he want pronounce to the public. I mean, there's been so many catastrophes of late. Look like the stadium incident under in the independence auspices. It make people and they try for struggle for explain as to the emptiness of the stadium. That also is a division and was a verdict delivered by the people of the country. In other words, now so people in the protest say we're not satisfied with the way things are going, so therefore we go abstain, from a big day celebration. In other words, back then send confusing messages. You ban, traditional effects where can sort of be very dominant on days of that kind and day. They no longer exist. People and just in the center confused, economic reasons as well as people and find and difficult for get by to the day-to-day issues. The issue of bread and butter is so kind of difficult. So all of these are problems and where people are not happy about. And then this Bintumani 3, all of these issues are not being resolved. Prepare the people, because normally on issues